Hello, hello! It's Granny Ricky here and I'm back with a brand new story. Remember to subscribe to this channel, and if you like the story today, give me a thumbs up. Today we are reading The Very Grumpy Day. And oh boy, look at that grumpy face on that bear. I wonder why he's so grumpy. This story is written by Stella Jones and the illustrations are by Alison, Edgson. The Very Grumpy Day. And there we have the grumpy bear putting on his Wellington boots. What a perfect day, smiled Mouse, looking out at the sunshine. And goodness, wasn't he right? The birds trilled sweetly and the bees buzzed merrily. I'll take one of these cupcakes round to Bear, Mouse thought. He loves a sweet treat. Okay, so our mouse, who's happy to see such a beautiful day, and he can hear the birds trilling sweetly out in the trees, he's planning to take one of those delicious looking cupcakes. Over there, he's going to take to Bear. Mouse tappity-rap rapped on Bear's front door, but he didn't know that Bear had just left. So there's the mouse, knock, knock, knocking on the bear's front door, but the bear had just left, in a very bad mood. "Oh, harumph!" grumped Bear. "Bother these boots, they are just too big." So the grumpy bear is stomping off and he's moaning because his boots are too big. Bear stomped along so heavily that the ground shivered and shook beneath his foot. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Here he goes. Stomp, stomp, stomp. "Oi!" cried Mole angrily, popping up from his hole. Here's the mole popping up from his hole. "Your stomping has collapsed my tunnel. I shall have to start all over again." He flung down his shovel and had just disappeared into his hole when... Ah! Hedgehog tripped over the shovel with a bump. Oh, look at that. The hedgehog's tripping over the shovel. "Who left that there?" he cried. He roly-polied across the clearing. Here goes the hedgehog. He's rolled up into a little ball and he's rolling across the clearing. Straight into Fox's bottom. Look at that. The hedgehog rolled straight into the fox's bottom. "Ow!" Fox yelped. "Watch where you're poking your prickles, Hedgehog." He jumped in shock and his bag flew high into the air. There goes his bag flying into the air. And look at all his goods falling out of that bag. The shopping tumbled out. And plopped all over the squirrel family. There's the squirrel family and all the fox's shopping is plopping onto them. Squash went the bag of flour. Splosh went the milk. Splat went the eggs. Oh boy, look at that. All over the baby squirrels. He threw an egg at me," says this little squirrel. "It wasn't me, it was him," says this little squirrel. "The fluff has gone out of my tail," says that little squirrel. So they're all moaning. They don't realize that the groceries that fell out of the bag was none of them. Nobody's throwing anything at each other. "Be quiet down there," squawked Daddy Owl. "You'll wake my chicks." There's the Daddy Owl telling them down on the ground to be quiet. "You're going to wake my chicks." There, the owl chicks in their hole, fast asleep. And of course the squirrels are groaning about all the things that have fallen on top of them. Bicker, bicker, squabble, squabble, quarrel, quarrel. Now everyone in the clearing was in a big, bad mood. Look at them all. He's in a mood because his boots are too big. He's in a mood because his tunnel was wrecked. He's in a mood because he fell over the shovel. There's the shovel. And of course the squirrels are all in a mood because of all the things that fell on them. And the fox lost all his shopping when the hedgehog rolled into his bottom. So they're all in a bad mood. Up above, the sky turned grey and grisly. A roll of thunder shook the wood, and the rain began to fall. Look at that. Now they're all running for cover. What a dreadful day, says Fox. Stop pushing me, says the one squirrel to the other. Quick, we need to run for cover. Oh, bother, grumped Bear. There's a hole in my brolly, and my ears are getting wet. Bear's bad mood lasted all the way home. Then suddenly he spotted something. It's a present for me. Bear picked it up and read the note. Oh, how kind! He sniffed, and for the first time that day, Bear smiled. Look at his beautiful, friendly smile. And what does the note say on the present? A sweet treat for Bear, with love from Mouse. Do you remember what Mouse brought to Bear's home? It was the cupcake. As Bear munched happily on his cake, the sky turned blue once more, and the snowdrops bobbed in the breeze. Mole would love those flowers, thought Bear. I'll take them round to apologize for stomping on his tunnel. Well, that's a nice thought, isn't it? I'm sorry, Mole. Here's the Bear giving the Mole the flowers. I'm sorry, he said, giving the present to his friend. That's okay, said Mole. And for the first time that day, Mole smiled too. I should say sorry to Hedgehog for leaving my shovel in his way, said Mole. He trotted over to his friend's house and gave him a huge hug. There's the Mole giving the Hedgehog a big hug, apologizing for leaving the shovel in the way. Sorry, Fox. That's okay, says Fox. The smiles and happiness spread like rays of spring sunshine all through the afternoon. Sorry, says Fox, and he's giving them some or other treat, and they're saying thank you. When Mouse looked out of his window, the whole wood was ringing with bird song and laughter. So suddenly everybody was happy and smiling again. Such a perfect day, he beamed, racing out to join his friends. And it was a beautiful day. And there are all the forest friends having a good time together instead of being grumpy and groany. They're all sitting down together and really enjoying each other's company. What did we learn in this story? It doesn't pay to be all grumpy and grouchy. It really ends up being a miserable day if you are in a bad mood. I hope we enjoyed this story. I sure did. I've learned I mustn't be grumpy because it spoils my day. If you enjoyed the story, give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye, Serena. Bye-bye, Zoe. Mwah.